What's up, guys? Welcome back to Breakout Trading. Bit of a later video tonight, but I had to do some stuff after the day, but here I am now making the recap. So today was pretty unfortunate. Biggest losing day in a little while here. Down 39.46. It's actually my biggest losing day in 24 trading days. My last biggest red day was on August 3rd, losing $103, and I managed to make all that $103 back plus some in August, ending the month $32 in the green, so that was awesome. And now for September, I am officially break even on the month because I was pretty much up about that much, about $39 on the month, and now we are flat. So that sucks that I'm flat on the month. Yeah, we over traded today for sure. I told myself time and time again I wasn't going to give in to the FOMO today from freaking SPI yesterday. I wasn't going to, do anything stupid. But I ended up doing just that. I ended up over trading and just chasing, hoping to get something that sticks and that I could just hold on to and ride up like SPI, which is stupid. Every day is its own unique opportunity, and just because SPI ripped 4,000% yesterday doesn't mean that there's going to be anything that does that today, and there wasn't. So yeah, just very frustrating. This morning I wrote my little journal. Energy stocks are the place today. Do not get FOMO like everyone else and do something stupid. Just stick to the plan, do what you do. It's working, and manage your risk. Didn't follow any of that. Yeah. Except the only thing I did follow is I said, worst case scenario, I'm willing to risk $45 today. That was my max loss today, and I did in fact stop before the max loss, so I guess that's one thing to be proud of. And even though I took losses, there was only one sort of bigger loss that was in the morning, and a lot of these were like just they are stop outs. It wasn't working, so I stopped out, and man, it just seemed like I couldn't get anything to stick. Every trade I took except for Sun W, and even there was a loser on Sun W, everything I took just flushed on me. Everything. It was not a good day to go long. You can see this is today SPI, and all these energy stocks today just sold off all day. I was just on the wrong side. The time to be long in these things was pre-market and in the morning, so I don't know if I need to start getting up pre-market to make these. I like to wait for the market to open. There's a lot more liquidity there and volume as opposed to pre-market. Like, this is early, man. For me, this is like, it's like 4 or 5 in the morning, so I don't really know if I want to be getting up that early. That's even earlier. That's almost 3 in the morning for me. Yeah. So I guess we'll just start going over them one by one. First one was Pola here. So I always wait for the market to open before getting in. I'm going to stick to doing that. What I've been doing is working. I do have excuse me. I have been getting positive, growth in my trading, so I'm going to keep doing what I've been doing. It is working. I'm not going to let today shake me out. So basically on Pola here, everything was ripping. Sun W was ripping right out of the gates. Man, like, this was such a hard one because there's not really any entry. You just gotta, I guess you just chase the opening bell momentum. Yeah, man, it was brutal today. Absolutely brutal. So anyways, the trade here, obviously it had a nice move. We're looking for some sort of continuation. It started to have a pullback, hit VWAP a few times. It was holding above VWAP. Hopped in there with only 16 shares. That's another smart thing I guess I did today, is I reduced my share size a ton because I knew how volatile these were today, and I didn't want to get wrecked. And you can see that this first trade I lost 73 cents there before I stopped out at $5. So That's massive. Usually my stop losses are like 10-20 cents away, but the volatility today was just through the roof. So that's why I went such small share size, because I wanted to get something that stuck and it would just rip on with me on it. So none of that, nothing like that happened today. So yeah, this was the first loss here on Pola, and then went on over to Sun W. This one had actually a nice kind of dip by here, with 15 shares there at 691, and I sold those at 781. So almost a full dollar gain there, which is pretty insane. That was a pretty nice trade there. And then I tried to get in again here because I thought we might be forming like a double bottom kind of thing here, and got in again here with only 10 shares there at 709. We were holding above VWAP, had some big shadowing wicks to the bid side, but we were just unable to hold VWAP. Super heavy, came down here, and I had a really nice stop out here. Originally my stop loss was down here, but then as soon as I saw us breaking VWAP, I was like, this thing looks really heavy and I want to get out. So I got out there at 670. Turned out to be honestly a fantastic stop out. There's a few people that got stuck in this thing, or that's just a dumb way to say that you didn't cut your loss, but you know, you can see that, wow, this thing had a massive range today. $8.50 and $3. Like this trading right now reminds me of this one time I went surfing in Tofino when I was on my vacations, and I was doing great the night before because the waves were calm, and then the next day they were huge, and I was so excited to go out there and get these huge waves, and I just got pummeled, you know, just time and time again. I couldn't even surf it, so I just had to go in because I was exhausted, and it's kind of what happened today. I went for it big. At least I was smart. I reduced my share size a ton so I didn't get completely wrecked. And I tried to go for it to see if there was a big sympathy play off SPI for today, and that just didn't really happen. And the shorts were definitely the ones who had the great setups today. If you were long anywhere between 9:30 and freaking 9:50 or 10 o'clock, so you had about half an hour to be a long trader this morning. Other than that, you wanted to be short everything. So that sucked. I think I ended up taking another stab at it at some point. Oh yeah, that was the other stab. I had first trade, second trade. First trade here was a winner. Second trade was a stop out. And then we went back to Pola. And I think I tried to do some sort of double bottom action here too. Like this is an example of me just grasping right now. I'm like, there's going to be some momentum, there's going to be something crazy. But taking a step back and looking at this entry, like this is an absolutely horrible entry. Let me see if I can, you guys can see the triangles. Like, what was I thinking? This thing was clearly just selling off. And I honestly don't know why I entered here, because I thought it was going to bounce. And just, boom, stopped out again for another loss there. So that got me down 1680 on this stock from these two losing trades. Just totally avoidable, completely avoidable. This first trade, okay, you know, it was crazy, it had good momentum. It was one of those energy stocks. But the second trade, no excuse for that. No excuse. And then NET, I thought I saw this one again, just massive opportunity pre-market, but you just had to chase it, and then the rest of the day it's all just a beautiful fade for the shorts, all the way from $15 down to $7. So like, god damn, they probably banked on this. And you know, some part of me wants to be able to go short and be able to bank on these two, but honestly it's just as hard to go short as it is long. It's just as hard, it's not easier, and you have the risk of blowing up when you have to average up. So I'm going to stick with my long bias trading. I was thinking about switching brokers, going to Trade Zero and just shorting everything, but you know, it's just because I had a bad day today. I like longing stocks. It's definitely the way I like to trade. I think I just have to start maybe doing it on the open more instead of waiting for my setups later in the day, because man, I just get wrecked. Anyways, it started to pop up here. I got in there for only 9 shares, so really small size here. It popped above VWAP for a second and I stopped out there, and you can see that was at least another good stop out, because this thing did not look back after it broke. had that little test there. So that put me down 585. So I'm sticking to my stops. You can see none of these are like double digits except for the 2 on Pola. So technically not one trade today was a double digit loss. They were all just paper cut after paper cut after paper cut, and I was just started. And after NETE, I just went for a lunch. You can see I took like a break here, and then when I got back, I just started swinging for anything. I hopped in Mara because Bitcoin was up. This was actually a half decent trade. This thing was holding the 23.6 Fibonacci, and it looked like it wanted to curl up, so I went ahead and got long there, 50 shares at 184, and stopped out here because it was going to look like it was going to break that support, which it did. And Bitcoin and the SPY was all selling off, so I knew it was time to get out. Sold it there at 179, so taking a couple cent loss there. So that Mara, boom, another 225 just down the drain, right? And this one just, what did it do today actually? Yeah, it ended up selling off pretty much. Yeah, so Mara, tried to take that, got stopped out. AMWL, this one popped back over VWAP. These are just stupid trades. Like, I just know not to take these, so I don't know what the hell I was thinking trying to long this stuff late in the afternoon when there's no volume. This thing popped over VWAP. I got long there, 10 shares, stopped out when it broke below VWAP. So, man, it's just so stupid. That put me down $6. Just dumb trade after dumb trade, and at this point I was just grasping for something to, to make it all back. CBAT, this thing honestly looked pretty good. Alright, it held above here the initial morning high, got above, it was above VWAP. Now it was sort of power hour around 3 o'clock market time, so I hopped in here with 100 shares and it ripped up a tiny bit, boom, huge rug pull, took a loss of 650, and then this thing just sold off and actually ended up ripping pretty good after hours here, so I don't really know what's up with that. These stocks are just wild, man, like they're just crazy right now. Yeah, so I think that was the last one. Oh no, JE, and then at this point I was pissed. I went for one more, and this is like the cherry on top, and this one rallies too after hours. So brutal. But it's coming up, broke VWAP, a little bit of volume started to come in, got long there, 100 shares, and boom, stopped out below VWAP there. And that was another 443 down. So just a lot of grasping today and biting, not waiting for any sort of A+ setup. Lots of emotional trading today, and that's what you get. That's why, that's why I'm down $39 today, is because I was emotional. I didn't stick to any A+ setups. I gave into the FOMO of the market for sure. I'll see if I have anything else to say. Things I did good, I guess, was I managed my stop losses on the trades. So you can see none of these trades I just let run against me. I cut them all as soon as I realized they weren't going to work. And I stuck to my max loss on the day at least. Didn't go past 45. No volume on any of those ones in the afternoon. Man, yeah, it's just really annoying. So that's pretty much it. I didn't follow my rules and I paid for it, and now I have nothing to show for the whole month. So guess tomorrow's a new day, and tomorrow is gotta wait for confirmation, A+ setups, volume, front side of these moves. The market's super crazy right now. The waves are big, so just chill out and just pick your entries correctly. So that's going to be it, guys. Adios.